Hello friend! Terraria is a wonderful game with so many items. Some are absolutely essential to gameplay, while others might seem rather lackluster or useless even. However, these seemingly useless items actually have a specific niche use in certain cases, and I'm here to show you the special ways these items can be used. If you're new here, I'm Zuzucorn and I aim to entertain you, encourage you, and offer you a place to call home. So subscribe now and join the Zuzucorn family. Let's start off right away with everyone's favourite, the Critter Companion Guide. This is an item sold by the Zoologist NPC, and when you have this item in your inventory, you no longer randomly kill critters like bunnies or bugs. I'm sure a lot of you know why this might be important, but for those of you who don't, this actually stops you from accidentally killing a truffle worm, for example, which saves you so much time when you're farming for those. The truffle worm is an elusive critter found in the underground mushroom biome, and it will tunnel away when you get too close. Any enemy that touches it also kills it instantly, which makes it really annoying to catch. If you're after the fishron wings or the tsunami bow or razorblade typhoon, then you're in for a tough time. With the Critter Companion Guide, however, you can freely attack all the enemies around the truffle worm without concern, then swoop in afterwards for the swift catch. This item also works in the hollowed biome at night. Imagine you're farming for a fast clock or pixie dust. You won't accidentally kill a prismatic lacewing anymore. No more unprepared Empress of Light fights that probably will just end in your cruel death. The Critter Companion Guide, strangely, also prevents critters from dying to fallen stars. This means that your beloved bunnies and owls will no longer explode from getting hit by these glowing balls of doom. This also prevents you from killing ladybugs, which is actually pretty important. Killing ladybugs actually have a negative impact on your luck, so you want to avoid that as much as possible. And best of all, you can't ram into bunnies with the Shield of Cthulhu anymore, which is great if you don't want to accidentally kill one. But such a pity. I really loved giving bunnies hugs though. Next on our list, we have the flower boots. In a video I made quite some time ago, I ranked flower boots as one of the most useless items in the game. Previously, you could get unlimited bait using them. However, as of the 1.4 update, Relogic has removed bug spawns from the flower boots. It has been pretty useless since then, outside of getting unlimited hay. But one thing I actually overlooked was that the grass spawned from the flower boots still give you seeds. So actually, you can still use these boots to gather tons of jungle grass seeds or mushroom grass seeds, which are usually much harder to come by. This would allow you to make your own custom jungle farms much easier, and will also help you make your surface mushroom biome for the truffle as well. So I guess flower boots are still a great seed maker if you're in desperate need for some seeds and happen to have one of these boots lying around. Next, we have the step stool. When you first come across the step stool, it might seem pretty lame, simply raising you up a little. But early on in the game, that actually helps you with mobility quite a lot. Jumping after the step stool lifts you up actually offers you a higher jump, and this can help you avoid early game enemies like the zombies. The step stool's higher jump also allows you to navigate the terrain more effectively, especially when you haven't gotten your hands on a gem hook or climbing claws. So although the gem hook does get outclassed and replaced pretty quickly, it does provide a decent niche use early on, especially when you've just begun your adventure. Plus, don't forget its predominant use, which is to exert dominance over your friends, or any other being in the game. Haha, dominance exercised. The next interesting item with a special use is the inner tube. This accessory is found in water chests or seaside crates, and it looks pretty hilarious. However, it does have some pretty useful functions early on. It allows you to swim on the surface of liquids, which prevents you from drowning. If you want to descend into the water, you can do so by holding the down direction. This is its standard function, which we probably all know about. However, the fun in games come after you've submerged. When you release the directional input, the tube floats to the surface with an insane acceleration. The longer the column of water, the more your speed picks up, and the faster you shoot out of the surface. This effectively is great for novelty, but if you combine it with a jousting lens for example, you can do some insane damage when you're at top speed. If you go fast enough, you can even bypass teleporters and even phase through some blocks. If you haven't checked out Mappy Gaming's videos, he makes some crazy setups that utilize this strange characteristic. Recently, he was able to do over 90 million damage in a single hit using this, so I encourage you to go check it out if you haven't. Even if you're not into highly calculated scenarios, if you ever just want to be launched into the sky and experience what it's like to be a rocket for once, well, now you know how to do it. Next up, we have the Whoopie Cushion, a random drop from giant worms. Many of us might have come across this random item during our playthroughs. Do you know what it does? Well, let me show you. Do you hear that? Hahaha, funny fart noise. I mean, it's a whoopee cushion. What else does it do anyway, right? Well, yes, but no. Before you throw this away or keep it in a chest and forget about it forever, did you know that this can actually be crafted into a double jump item? The whoopee cushion can be combined with the cloud in a bottle at a tinkerer's workshop to create the beloved fart in a jar. The cloud in a bottle is a weak double jump, but adding the whoopee cushion actually boosts the height of the jump by a decent amount, I guess. It's a pretty worthwhile upgrade if you happen to have one. Also, not to mention, look. Isn't it glorious? Every double jump you perform produces a fart sound. That absolutely takes the cake for me. As you explore, you can now unleash the symphony of farts to announce your presence. If you really wanted to, you could upgrade this further with a balloon and a horseshoe, but I wouldn't. Why not? Well, for no real reason at all. I just don't think it's that worth it. Last on our list today is the Ice Rod. The Ice Rod is a magic weapon that can be bought from the wizard in hard mode. At first glance, you'd think it's a weapon that you can use on your playthrough, and well, it is. But when you actually use it, you realize it doesn't really pack as much of a punch as some other magic weapons. This weapon creates an icy block wherever you cast it at, and you can use it to create a barrier between you and the enemy. Shooting through ice blocks also fire off an extra projectile, which is where the damage comes from anyway. Although you could use the weapon this way, I think there's a better use for it, and it's not combat. If you've ever tried building something directly straight in the sky, then you might know where I'm coming from. If you notice, the ice block it creates is only temporary. After a certain period of time, it simply disappears. We can use that to our advantage. So if you want to build something in the air, you can simply use the ice rod to summon an ice block wherever you want, then start placing your blocks from there. This is a really solid life hack to start building from anywhere, so there's no longer any need to build upwards from the ground or anything, unlike a certain game somewhere. As a whole, the ice rod excels more as a quality of life measure for building actually, and not so much as a mage weapon. There are just so many other mage weapons out there, and so many of them are just much better in general. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon too for more Terraria guides and coverage. Also, do check out the new Zuzucorn merch as well. I really appreciate if you could pick something up, cause it really helps me a lot. And also, if you don't mind, why not follow me on social media as well? I post more in real life stuff on Twitter and Instagram, so do follow me if you can. So this has been Zuzucorn Games. Have a nice day, and have a great week ahead. Bye bye!